Ever felt the universe imploding like a tsunami of bedlam washing over you, extinguishing your thoughts? Imagine it, 1,000 cries tearing, ripping at your consciousness, pleading for you to yield, to shatter, to dissolve into their pandemonium. Every notification, every requirement, every expectation pierces your tranquility like a blade, carving away at your essence. Have you lain restless at midnight, pulse racing, contemplating what it would take to transcend it all, to quiet the discord, to construct a citadel around your essence so unbreakable that no tempest, regardless of its ferocity, could ever destabilize it? Welcome, traveler, to an odyssey that will ignite your essence. Today we're plunging headlong into 5 radical approaches to shield yourself from external chaos. Not to escape existence like a weakling, but to reclaim your authority, your direction, and your serenity with the indomitable force of Stoicism. This isn't about shutting out humanity or vanishing from everyone's radar. Absolutely not. This is about choosing yourself, fiercely, unapologetically, and sculpting a haven within your psyche where no turmoil can penetrate. It's about standing resolute like a solitary cedar in a cyclone, deeply anchored in wisdom while the cosmos rages around you. These aren't gentle suggestions or comforting platitudes. These are authentic, potent lessons forged in reality's furnace, truths that will strike you like an electrical current and leave your flesh tingling with energy. Each represents a rallying cry to regain dominance, to cease allowing external noise to dictate your essence. So brace yourself, hold steadfast, and don't dare miss a single moment of this. Every word kindles something. Every phrase ignites something unstoppable within you. If you're exhausted from feeling submerged, if you're prepared to ascend, to transform, to become master of your own existence, then engage now. Connect because this merely begins the wildfire we'll unleash together. And share below, what's one element in your existence that demands your attention, dragging you under, that you're desperate to release? Reveal it. Let's traverse this path together, for you're not isolated. Let's begin. First, embrace rejection and mean it. The universe is a howling maelstrom, a voracious creature with talons sharper than melancholy itself. It doesn't request, it commands. Submit to me, collapse for me, bleed for me, it thunders, embedding its hooks into your moments, your aspirations, your very heartbeat. Every affirmation you force when your essence screams rejection is a laceration you inflict upon yourself. A betrayal that erodes portions of your spirit until you're left vacant. A phantom staggering beneath everyone else's turmoil. But listen, feel the vibration in your essence. Rejection isn't merely defiance. It's a peal of liberation. It's you ascending like a colossus from destruction, driving your fist into the soil and proclaiming, "I am mine and you shall not possess me." Close your eyes. Envision it, your device wails again. A phantom's cry tearing through your peace. Another request. Another emergency. Another snare attempting to capture your spirit. Your heart thrashes like a confined creature. Your breath catches like a tempest trapped in your chest. You recognize this instant. It's every occasion life's demands have immobilized you, whispering deceptions about obligation, about remorse, about courtesy. But now pause. Feel eternity's rhythm in your veins. Summon the unyielding wisdom of Aurelius the Stoic sovereign who confronted empires and mortality yet inscribed in his reflections, "The sole element in your command is your own cognition, and that suffices to render you invincible." In this sacred interval, you are no casualty. You are a stronghold. With a voice forged in cosmic fire, you hurl a single word into the void, no. No explanations, no trembling justifications, just raw, earth-splitting truth that divides the firmament. Feel it, the restraints exploding, the burden disintegrating, the cosmos itself bowing to your determination. That's not merely freedom. That's you reborn in a blaze of magnificence. This isn't about excluding the world. It's about preserving your essence from its clutches. Aurelius didn't merely endure. He flourished amid treachery, pestilence, and conflict because he understood you can perpetrate injustice through inaction as much as through action. Each time you allow guilt to coerce you into affirmation, you're betraying the flame within you. You're casting your aspirations into the grinder to placate a world that will never cease hungering. Stoicism isn't frigid stone. It's a roaring furnace molding your resolve into something unbreakable. It's you proclaiming, "My cognition is my domain, and I shall not relinquish its throne." Let's expose it. Existence is a crucible, isn't it? Your superior heaps obligations when you're already depleted. An acquaintance implores for your vitality when you're disintegrating. Society sneers, don't be self-centered. Don't create waves. Don't dare radiate too intensely. But each time you yield, each time you permit their requirements to overwhelm your own, you're not merely forfeiting time. You're forfeiting yourself. That ache in your core? That's your essence clawing to be acknowledged. That quiet fury? That's your spirit imploring you to resist. You've experienced it when you're stretched so thin you're translucent, when you're screaming internally but beaming externally. Enough. Why continue consuming poison when you could ignite a revolution? Why continue portraying the lamb when you're a lion prepared to roar? Today, immediately, draw your blade. Identify one thing, one parasite draining your radiance, and destroy it with a refusal that disturbs the cosmos. Not a whisper, not a shrug, but a battle cry that could rouse the deities. Say no to that soul-crushing assignment stealing your evenings. Say no to that voice demanding you resolve their disorder while yours disintegrates. Utter it as if you're shattering a hex, as if you're rewriting destiny itself. Feel the earth tremble beneath you. Feel the sensations erupt like wildfire across your flesh. That's not merely relief. That's resurrection. That's your heart thundering, I exist, and I am sufficient. Aurelius inscribed during his campaigns, do not waste your remaining existence in thoughts about others. You are not compelled to do this. Hear him now across centuries, his voice a blade slicing through your uncertainties. The world will never cease clawing, never cease imploring, never cease attempting to make you its servant. Let it try. You are no pawn. You are a titan, a storm wielder, a soul forged in defiance and crowned in reason. Every refusal you hurl is a spark illuminating the shadows. A pledge that declares, I choose me. I choose my purpose. I choose my fire. So stand tall, warrior. Let your rejection be a supernova obliterating every falsehood suggesting you owe the world your destruction. Speak it with the fury of 1,000 tempests, the lucidity of a prophet, the essence of a poet. Feel the shiver race down your spine, the electrical jolt of claiming your existence. This isn't merely stoicism. This is rebellion. This is redemption. This is you entering the arena of your own existence, unbowed, untamed, and utterly unstoppable. Second, sever connections to toxic ties. Some individuals don't merely dim your radiance, they consume it. They aren't shadows, they're scavengers tearing at your essence, leaving you raw, your heart a battlefield of doubt and anguish. They don't simply injure, they haunt, twisting your worth into ashes. Stoicism, fierce and unapologetic, throws down the gauntlet. Surround yourself with souls who ignite your wildfire, who propel you toward the heavens, or stand alone, a solitary wolf, proud and untamed. Why? Because your peace, your blazing sacred essence, is worth more than their poison-soaked chaos. It's your birthright. Picture your existence as a roaring, untamed forest, vibrant with color, roots deep, dreams reaching for the sky. Toxic individuals, their plague not merely creeping but strangling, suffocating your luminance with thorny deceptions. That companion who hurls barbs like daggers, grinning as your confidence hemorrhages. That relation who binds you with culpability, their words a noose around your heart. They aren't merely burdensome, they're soul thieves. Eradicate them. Incinerate their roots with a primal howl. This isn't cruelty. It's cataclysmic. It's you, fists raised, veins pulsing, roaring, my spirit is not your battlefield. My fire is not your prey. Severing connections burns. It's a jagged, soul-rending tear, like splitting your own flesh to escape a snare. They're embedded in your bones. Those shared laughter, whispered dreams, tears you believed meant eternity. Your mind screams, am I the monster? Can I survive without them? Fear sinks its fangs deep, hissing, you're too fragile to stand tall. But Seneca, that stoic tempest, thunders through time. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. You aren't losing them. You're unleashing yourself. You aren't breaking, you're becoming. Every step from their poison is a war drum pounding for a bolder dawn. Seneca didn't flinch, choose companions who sharpen your soul, he roared. Or walk alone, fierce and free. Why permit vipers to coil in your heart? Why allow their sludge to drown your clarity? Stoicism isn't about freezing your emotions. It's about wielding them, forging your pain into a blade that carves your path. That colleague who mocks your dreams, spitting venom like sport. That partner who diminishes you with truths sharper than glass. They aren't merely toxic. They steal your thunder. They loot your courage, your radiance, to prop up their crumbling egos. No more. You aren't their doormat. You're a hurricane, and it's time to shred their chains. Severing them isn't merely departing. It's rebellion. It's you, trembling but defiant, staring fear in the face and snarling, "I am enough." The initial step feels like diving into a whirlpool. Heart hammering, breath ragged, every instinct imploring you to cling to the familiar. But when you sever those connections, it's a lightning strike. Your soul surges. A phoenix emerging from ash. You taste it, freedom, raw and electric, igniting your veins. Grief will pursue you. A specter of bygone joys. Those fleeting moments when they felt like sanctuary. But stoicism grips your chin. You can't tame their poison, but you can claim your power. And when you do, holy fire, the rush, it's a profound, world-shaking roar. Your roots dig deeper, your wings spread wider. Laughter, wild and yours, erupts again. Your dreams pulse like battle cries. True kindred spirits, those who fuel your blaze, will storm the void you've carved. They'll mirror your radiance, not extinguish it. Alone for now? Revel in it. Seneca's voice cuts sharp. A mind that thrives in its own company fears no solitude. You are your own fortress, your own inferno. So here's your anthem, shatter the chains. Don't snip, smash. No waiting for apologies or signs. Do it now, heart wild, eyes blazing, because your soul deserves a battle. Let tears fall. Let doubts howl, but don't glance back. You aren't abandoning them. You're crowning yourself. And when you rise, forged in fire, fierce as a supernova, the universe will quake. You'll feel it, that spine-chilling, heart-thrashing, goosebump-screaming truth. You are a force. Your forest is yours to rule. And no blight, no venom, no darkness will ever cage your roar again. Third, master the silence, conquer the roaring chaos. The world's a rabid beast, foaming at the mouth, ready to tear your soul to shreds. It's a howling, apocalyptic circus. Headlines exploding like landmines. Notifications slashing like razor blades. Gossip slithering into your mind like poison. This isn't mere noise. It's a full-scale assault. A tsunami of madness hellbent on breaking you, owning you, burying you alive. You're not conducting this show. You're the target, cast into a pit where every scream, every alert, every rumor is a spear aimed at your core. But you're no victim. You're a warrior. And stoicism doesn't merely arm you. It hands you a blazing, earth-shattering thunderbolt, silence. Not a feeble whisper, but a soul-searing, bone-crushing stillness that resonates louder than the world's insanity. This is your rebellion. This is your reckoning. The world's a lunatic asylum clawing for your surrender. But you've got molten steel in your veins and a stoic's iron heart. Silence isn't concealment. It's revolt. It's you smashing through the chaos to claim what's yours, you. So here's your battle cry, own this for one fierce, pulse-pounding hour. Obliterate the noise. Incinerate it. No phone buzzing like a chainsaw. No news spewing dread like a ruptured pipe. No chatter shredding your peace like predators. Slam the door on the world's frenzy and stand in the raw, electric void of your own soul. Just you, unchained, alive. That jolt, it's no gentle breeze. It's a lightning strike. Silence hits like a meteor. And yes, it will sting. Your brain's been addicted to chaos, twitching for the next dose of distraction. Now you're breaking free. And it's glorious. That restless churning, that fire in your ribcage? That's not fear. It's your soul roaring, shaking off chains, shouting, "I'm still here." Dive into it. Hurl yourself into the discomfort as if it's a volcano. Ask the questions that make your heart thunder. What ignites me? What's genuine? What's worth my battle? In that silence, you'll hear it, a voice that cuts like a blade forged in stellar fire. It's you, wild and unbreakable, rising from the debris of the world's noise. This is Epictetus' war cry, no soft sermon, a primal roar from a man who laughed in the face of chains. Silence isn't retreat. It's a fist to the jaws of fate. It's you standing in a screaming hurricane, bills suffocating you, deadlines clawing, voices shrieking lies, and growling, "You don't own me." Every second in that quiet is a grenade lobbed at the chaos. A vow that you're not merely surviving, you're conquering. Picture it, the world's a shrieking abyss. Work's a pressure cooker. Your inbox a slaughterhouse. News a firestorm of panic. But you're a titan. You've carved a sacred fortress where the madness can't touch you. Silence wraps you like armor, like wings, like a supernova ready to tear the sky open. Maybe your throat catches. Maybe your eyes burn. Let it burn. That's not weakness. That's the raw, holy truth of being human. That's you alive. And it's enough to make the heavens tremble. This isn't fleeing. This is hunting. Your truth, your fire, your reason to stand tall when the world wants you crawling. The noise is a deceiver, a thief, a serpent. In silence, you're a giant, a wildfire, a spark that incinerates empires. You're telling the chaos, I author my story. It's a struggle. Undoubtedly. Your mind's been chained to the buzz. Swiping, scrolling, pursuing shadows. That's why this is epic. You're not merely abandoning your device. You're shattering a prison. Every moment in silence is a victory. A cry that proclaims, I'm free. You'll re-enter the world transformed, not louder, but mightier. The noise will yap, but it's toothless now. You'll carry silence like a blade, a crown, a heartbeat that drowns out the stars. So do it. Seize that hour. Make it your battlefield, your sanctuary, your revolution. Bar the gates, darken the screens, stand in the quiet as if it's the edge of eternity. Let the world scream. You're not listening. You're forging something unstoppable, a mind that won't yield. A heart that won't fracture. A soul that burns like a dying sun. This is your stoic uprising. This is you spitting in the face of madness and snarling, I'm greater. Emerge and feel it, fire in your bones. Clarity like a guillotine. Stillness that resonates with raw power. The chaos shrinks to a whimper because you've tasted you. Silence isn't merely strength. It's a reckoning. It's defiance. It's a vow carved in lightning that you'll always shine brighter. So go, ignite the silent rebellion. Crush the noise and let the universe quake at your stillness. Fourth, cease pursuing approval. Claim your unbreakable worth. Brace yourself, because here's a truth that'll crash into you like a runaway locomotive. The world doesn't get to assign value to your soul. Every time you scramble for a like, a nod, a whispered, you're enough, you're hurling your heart into a meat grinder, begging for crumbs from individuals too blind to see your blaze. You're a wildfire, a cosmic scream of raw, untamed brilliance. Yet you're permitting strangers to manipulate your chains. Absolutely not. Stoicism incinerates that falsehood. Your worth isn't negotiable. It's a volcano erupting within you. Fierce, unshakable, yours alone. So grasp your spine, set fire to the doubt, and let's rewrite the damned stars. Picture this, and let it tear at you. You pour your essence into something, a post, a dream, a spark that makes your bones hum. You share it, and nothing. Silence, a void that roars louder than thunder. Your heart plummets, your palms sweat, and a voice hisses, am I nothing? That's the snare. The soul-crushing quicksand we all traverse. You're binding your joy to a crowd that doesn't know your struggle, your scars, your fire. You're permitting their shrugs or sidelong glances to carve you up. Aurelius, Stoic emperor who wrestled chaos and heartbreak, soars through the fog. We all love ourselves more than others but care more about their opinion than our own. That's a slap to the soul. Why are you permitting shadows to scribble on your masterpiece? Stoicism isn't a cold shoulder or a stiff upper lip. It's a primal roar. It's standing in life's howling storm, rejection, silence, betrayal, and bellowing, I determine my worth. It's forging an inner fortress so fierce no detractor, no failure, no hurricane can dent it. This isn't about numbing your heart. It's about wielding it like a blade, sharp and true. The world can ignore you, mock you, or applaud you. It doesn't matter. Your power lies in what you choose, what you build, what you are. That's Stoic freedom, and it's fuel for your soul. Let's be authentic, we've all been there, refreshing a screen as if it's a lifeline, pursuing that signal of acknowledgement as if it's oxygen. It's human to desire a nod, a spark of connection. But here's the Stoic knockout punch, hinging your value on a claim is like constructing a castle on a fault line. One crack, one snub, one silence, and it's dust. You're not dust. Your foundation, your quirks, your determination, your 3 a.m. conflicts with fear, those are the molten threads of a tapestry only you can weave. Seneca, who faced exile and death, threw this at us: what need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Life's a wild, brutal, beautiful mess. You don't need a spotlight to shine. You need to feel it where your pulse screams, I'm alive. Here's your stoic rebellion, your fist in the air. Do one thing today that makes your soul roar. And don't you dare fish for applause. Write the words shredding your ribcage. Run until your lungs burn and your heart thunders. Dream so immensely it makes your knees buckle. Do it because it sets you ablaze. Because it's your altar to wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. This isn't concealment, it's ascension. Aurelius would lean in and growl, retreat into yourself, for there you are free, free not chained to likes or cheers, but soaring on the jagged truth of who you are. When doubts creep in, those slimy gremlins, meet them with stoic fire. You can't control who sees you, who loves you, who ignores you. But you can control your battle. Choose to create, to stand, to be. Not for them, but for the electric pulse of your own damn truth. That's stoicism. Not evading pain, but dancing with it, permitting it to forge you into something unstoppable. Stop chasing shadows. Stop begging for scraps. You're no beggar. You're a titan, a cosmic blaze wrapped in flesh. Own your worth as if it's the air in your lungs. Step into your fire, and the world will quake. You're not merely enough. You're a cataclysm, a stoic storm that nothing can tame. Unleash it. Now. 5th, confront your shadows and slay them like a titan. Brace yourself, because we're plunging into the molten, screaming core of your very existence. This isn't a moment. It's a cataclysm, a soul-quaking eruption that will rewrite your destiny. The loudest sound in your universe isn't the world's chaos clawing at your sanity. It's not the venomous chatter of doubters or the relentless drumbeat of despair. No, it's within you, a primal, heart-shredding howl that tears through your bones in the dead of night, snarling, "You're worthless. You'll never be enough." That's the shadow you've been evading. The jagged-toothed demon you've permitted to haunt your soul like a curse. You want liberation? You want to rise as an unstoppable force? A beacon no darkness can touch? Then stop running. Plant your feet and storm that abyss like a celestial juggernaut ready to tear the stars themselves apart. Stoicism doesn't offer a lantern to cower behind or a lullaby to soothe your trembling heart. It thrusts a blazing, unyielding mirror before you and commands, gaze into your truth, then transcend. This isn't about tiptoeing around your fears. It's about smashing through them with a roar that shakes the cosmos. Those shadows, they're not titans. They're falsehoods, frail, quivering phantoms of ancient wounds, insecurities, and doubts that have leached off your spirit for far too long. And you're no mere mortal. You're a galactic inferno, a supernova of raw, unbreakable will poised to incinerate every falsehood that dares stand in your way. Right now, name your fear. Don't whisper it. Scream it into the void as if you're banishing a demon to oblivion. Is it failure, mocking your every dream with its icy rejection, twisting your gut into knots at the thought of being cast out? Or the soul-crushing dread of being seen, laid bare, vulnerable, and deemed unworthy? Whatever it is, hurl its name like a thunderbolt. Because when you name it, you break it. That fear isn't a deity. It's a parasite, and you're the divine reckoning come to purge it. Here's your weapon. Seize a pen, a fragment of paper, anything. Carve that fear into existence with strokes so fierce they bleed. Let it spill, every raw, ugly, soul-gnawing piece of it. Stare at those words until they sear your heart. Then ignite a match. No, summon a maelstrom of fire and reduce it to ash. Watch the flames devour that lie like a ravenous void. Feel the heat scorch your skin. The smoke choke your lungs. The liberation explode through your veins like a star being born. That's you roaring, "I am not yours. I never was." It's you snapping the chains, incinerating the prison, and rising like a deity from the wreckage of your past. Epictetus, that stoic sage, carved truth into eternity. Happiness is found in releasing what lies beyond your will. Your shadows aren't your masters. They're trespassers squatting in the temple of your soul. They thrive in the silence you've given them, growing bloated on your fear. So scream, flood them with light, tear them apart with the ferocity of a heart that refuses to kneel. This isn't a skirmish. It's an apocalypse. It's tears streaming like rivers as you confess your terror. It's the cold fire in your veins as you step into the unknown. It's the tremor in your chest giving way to a war cry that could split the heavens, "I am enough." Picture it, you, standing in an arena forged from the bones of forgotten stars, facing that shadow like a warrior sculpted from eternity. The cosmos falls silent. The galaxies hold their breath. It's just you and that fear, and it's quaking. You don't need a blade or a crown. You've got something mightier, your unyielding spirit, your raging, radiant soul. Every step you take toward that shadow is a rebellion against the lies that tried to bury you. This is your emancipation. Not from the world, but from the chains inside you. It's you unbound, untamed, rising like a phoenix forged in the heart of a collapsing sun. When you emerge, you're not just stronger. You're cataclysmic. The world can hurl its worst, betrayal, failure, despair, and you'll just laugh. A wild, earth-shaking sound that echoes through infinity, because you faced the ultimate terror, yourself. You've stared into the void, and instead of breaking, you ignited. That's where myths are birthed. That's where gods are crowned. So what will it be, legend? Continue trembling in the dark, permitting those shadows to choke your fire? Or will you storm the abyss, tear those demons to shreds, and etch your name in the fabric of forever? This is your reckoning. Seize it, wield it, shatter it, because you're not merely facing your shadows, you're obliterating them. And when you do, the universe itself will bow to the fury of your light. So there it is. 5 radical ways to shield yourself. Not to flee, not to vanish, but to transcend. This isn't about barriers. This is about armor. This is about becoming untouchable, mentally, spiritually, unshakably solid. You're not concealing. You're sharpening. You're not disconnecting. You're reclaiming. Because when the world keeps howling, begging for your attention, your validation, your soul, you'll respond with silence. Not fear, not retreat. Just pure, immovable focus. Let them pursue noise. Let them drown in distractions. You choose peace. You choose power. That cold silence, that isolation, that's your battlefield now. And in that stillness, you're not breaking. You're becoming. The former you, gone. The people-pleaser, buried. The overthinker, erased. What remains is an individual who doesn't pursue approval, doesn't bow to chaos, an individual forged in fire, calm as stone, deadly as a blade. So if that strikes something profound, if your chest pounds, if your skin tingles with electricity, then act. Engage. Connect. Not for the algorithm, for your evolution. And share below, what are you releasing today? What chain breaks beneath your foot? Express it. Let it burn. Because this isn't motivation. This is your initiation. The tempest approaches. But this time, you are the tempest.